Good morning, everybody. How are we doing? Well, a few changes around my farm. Today we are headed over to go help Fred plant his fields. And then tomorrow he's going to come over and help me plant all of mine. We're trying to give him a head start. As you can tell, we are in the 9RT instead of the 8530. We no longer have the 8530, and we now have this massive planter. I went ahead and upgraded. I got a hold of the dealership, and they got me an even larger Massey. So, Massey planter. So, yeah, we're going to go up and help Fred today and get all of his fields, and then he's going to come over and help us get our fields planted. But let's see if he's got his radio on, shall we? Hey, Mr. Fred, how you doing today?
Not too bad. You hear me loud and clear? I'm using a handheld.
A handheld? What in the world's he using? Hey, Fred, what are you using a handheld for? Last I checked, you had a CB in the New Holland.
About the New Holland. I'll explain when you get here when I give you a little rundown on things. I had a catastrophic thing and it was all my fault.
Uh-oh.
I pushed something a little hard and I shouldn't have, and I messed up pretty bad.
Oh, my word.
Yeah, I no longer own the New Holland. I couldn't afford to fix it.
Okay, well, now you got my curiosity piqued. Well, I'm coming around the house right now, down by the hay shed. Where you at?
I'm up here right at the corner where you cross the road to get to the dealership lot.
Oh, I see you up there. All righty. I'm going to go off by the north end of the roll top.
Alrighty, I'll pick up and shut the planter off here. I'll head over there to talk to you real quick.
All right. Yeah, we'll go ahead and get up here to the far north end. Because, yeah, I'm not sure where he wants me to start, but we'll see here. I think I see him coming over this way. Oh my, look at that. Whoa. I think Mr. Fred has done some upgrading. Whoa, Mr. Fred, look at that.
Yeah, I needed something to pull. Well, I could have used the case, but it was just overkill for the planter.
Yeah.
So, I bought. It was pretty well used. I paid a little extra. I hadn't kind of touch it up and hadn't repainted it. It was pretty tough looking, but I needed to do something to replace that front wheel assist that I had. I did really bad on that. I messed up really bad.
Well, hey, this farming, things happen. It just is what it is. But a tractor? That surprises me. Are you trying to keep up with my farm? Is that what you're trying to do?
Well, I noticed with yours, there's less compaction when planting and stuff when you're using that. Like, while you're using that, I just noticed it was less ground compaction than it was with tire types. And
yeah. Well,
I
that and
figured,
sure is a lot smoother riding. My word.
yeah.
That's one of the reasons I did it. Yeah. Well, and also you have better traction. That's the biggie for me.
I figured in softer ground, there's a lesser chance of having an issue with this than it was with tires.
Well, sure. Yeah, I understand that. That's
well, that and I made sure to get something with more horsepower.
Yeah, I imagine that's probably I don't know, maybe 280 or 330 somewhere in there.
Yeah, if I remember, I was right about 300 horse. So
nice.
Little more of the story for me, which you warned me about it, but I picked up this planter on an auction.
Yeah.
And when I had the dealership run through to look at it, they told me that the New Holland didn't have enough horsepower to pull it. They said
Oh,
that bare
yeah,
minimum.
probably.
They said bare minimum 240 horse to pull it. Well, I don't. I didn't want to get rid of the New Holland. I told them that it'll pull it, so I had them turn the pump up. And yeah, yeah.
Let me guess. You sent cylinder number 3 into outer space.
Well, I'm not sure which one, but one of them tried to say hello.
Oh boy, that was such a nice tractor too, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I messed.
Well,
I messed up real bad.
hey, we've all had moments like that, so don't get too excited about it. But this nice planter, very nice planter. I'm impressed by it, and the looks like the cat. You know, obviously, I doubt it has any issues pulling it in the field at all.
No, world of a difference.
I
It,
imagine so.
yeah, this is a dream setup. I mean, I want my New Holland back, but I really messed up. I asked them how much it'd be to fix it, and they said you may just kind of look at it. They said,
We'll
you
give
you
you
did,
scrap price.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
I asked them to
been
look
there,
into the
done
little.
that.
Well, I asked them to look into it a little further, and they said that I worked it way too hard trying to pull this planter. I did
Gotcha.
finish that one field, well, almost. I got down to like 3 or 4 more passes, and that's when everything hit the fan.
Oh my. Yeah, I saw that big old field you bought. I was going to ask you if you're trying to buy up the county here. But that
Not
is
on.
a nice field. I'll give you that. It is a nice field.
Uh, it's kind of a greedy purchase. I hope I don't bite myself on it because I had to pull one heck of a good loan for it. I mean,
Well, really?
yeah, I kind of put most of what I own on collateral just to get the loan to buy that ground because I figured, I've got good enough equipment that I feel like I could afford another piece of ground to start making up for everything.
Oh my. And then you
And
had a tractor go down on you right after. Oh, shoot. Yeah.
yeah, I shot myself in the foot pretty bad, but hopefully I can make up for it.
I'm sure you can. I mean, these cats are known to last for a good amount of time without really any issues. So, yeah, that shouldn't be a problem.
No, the guy, well, where it came from, they were using it, believe it or not, they were using it to pull a scraper on a big job site, and it was some construction outfit. They just upgraded to one of those newer, fancier setups.
Gotcha. Yeah. Well, I mean, for being a construction vehicle, or its origins being construction, it looks like it's in pretty good shape. I'm going to say by looking at the tracks here that it's got some hours on it. They ain't brand new, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's got a pretty decent amount of hours, and I mean, paint was faded, bits and pieces here and there was kind of tangled up. So I mean, it
Nothing a
was.
little, nothing a little baling wire, zip ties, and some rattle can can't fix, right?
Yeah, I paid the dealership a little extra to kind of clean it up. They fixed a few pieces on it that was broken and whatnot. And the sad part is, it's this tractor getting all that stuff fixed, getting it repainted, and having them fully service it was cheaper than it was to fix the New Holland.
Oh wow,
I
wow.
I did a really big number. I know the engine was bad, but they said that they found some stuff in the front end that uh those things were notorious for having a kind of a faulty front end. They found some cracks up there. They found
Well,
some
yeah,
stuff
that
on
whole
the.
frame just shifts up there. So yeah, I could see that being a reality. Yeah.
Yeah, they found an awful lot on that thing that was broken. They said it was a liability to try to fix it. So
Gotcha, gotcha.
this is where I'm at. But I'm liking it. It's gonna take a lot to replace the love that I had for that New Holland. That thing was a dream.
Oh yeah, I when you showed it to me here when you got it home, I mean, Lord, you only had it a couple of weeks.
Uh, yeah, about 2, 3 weeks maybe. I I did some work with it, got along fine, and then I messed up. I had to turn the pump up to pull this, and I broke everything on it.
Well,
I
like
got
I said,
I got greedy.
don't beat yourself up over it. It is what it is. We've all been there as farmers before, trying to hurry and get stuff done, and maybe pull something a little heavier than we're supposed to, or a little bit more. And yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
But well, you said yesterday you wanted me to work on them two top fields of yours. I don't think my
Yeah.
audience has ever seen them, so this will be something new for them.
Yeah, if you don't mind planting those, seeing that I've got a smaller one, I'll work on the small stuff down here. I've almost got this one here done, so I started a little early to get a little heads up. That way I can try to get you out of here in decent time and maybe get over to your place and get going too.
Well, you notice I'm not in the 8530, right?
Yeah, you're pulling your planter with this now?
Why don't you go count those rows on there, my friend?
What do you mean that
I might have
what
upgraded
that
planters as well.
what and huh? Whoa. What?
Yeah, I've got oh roughly about 18 meters of coverage here.
Holy moly.
And I got her full
What
to
the
the brim and ready to rock and roll. So we're going to get through this pretty darn quick.
that that would explain why you told me not to worry on time. We'll be all right.
That's it. That's it. Alrighty, well,
Sure.
let's let's get to it and get up there and get rolling. I think we're ready. I know I'm ready to get in there and get this thing through the field. I've already planted my oats last month with it, and yeah,
Okay.
it took no time at all.
Alrighty. Sounds
So,
good to me.
alrighty, well, we'll see you here in a little bit.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. All right, everybody. Well, let's let's go ahead and get over to his other two fields here, and let's get to working on them for him. We've spent quite a bit of time kind of idle chit chatting, and now it's time to get a little bit of work done. I'm sorry to hear about that New Holland. Man, that was a beautiful, beautiful tractor. And he did get a good deal on it, but like he said, he just made a mistake. We all do from time to time, but it happens. It's not the end of the world. But we're going to go ahead and help him get everything set up. And yeah, he doesn't have a little road across this one like he does the other one, but we just got to go over here. We're going to start on this far field. Now, I've been over here, of course, and seen his fields, so I know where we're headed and what we're doing. But I honestly don't remember if you guys have been over here to see his fields or not. He has some beautiful fields over here that he bought. Everything over here on the left is not his, but everything on the right is. This is one of them we'll be working. And then the other one is straight across the highway. And I think he did that because he can take this little back road here and then get up here to the highway and just cross it instead of having to fight traffic up and down it. Speaking of traffic, there would be some right as we get ready to cross. I think we're good now, aren't we? Yeah, I think we're good. But yep, come straight across here, and this is one of his fields. Let's go ahead and just set this down and fold her out. Boy, I'll tell you what. Upgrading this planter from the 35 to the 40 was a wonderful thing. Let me tell you. Okay, got her fired up. Let's just drop it in and let's just take off, shall we? Now, I haven't done a whole bunch with this yet, other than one field, so I'm just a hair bit rusty, but I just got to remember there's extra footage out there that, yeah, this is wider than my cultivator is. By almost 2 meters. It really gets with it and gets her done. So, yeah, we should make short work of getting his fields planted. And, yeah, I think he needs that little bit of a help to keep him moving. So, we're rolling. We'll see you here in a few. Hey, everybody, welcome back. All right, well, we'll go ahead and get this folded up and go back across. We have finished these 2 fields. Now, unfortunately, Fred hollered at me here while I was working, and he had a hydraulic line go down on him. Something pretty bad, too. It's pretty rough. But we have finished up. We've gotten all of the top 2 fields up here planted. He told me what he wants where, so boy, yeah, those were rough. Those little ditches he's got are pretty heavy duty. But he's told us what he wants where, so we're just going to keep right on it going, you know, trying to help him out. But yeah, I think he's beating himself up a little bit. He's having some issues he shouldn't have. And to be honest with you, there's not a whole bunch he can do about it, you know. So we're just going to keep right on rolling along. We did have to go get some more fertilizer. We did run out there. And that kind of, you know, I was able to see what was going on. And yeah, it just a bad hose is all it was. You know, it wasn't really anything his fault or anything he could do about it. But he's up there fixing it in his shed right now. And originally, I was just going to concentrate on his bigger fields, but I'm just going to go ahead and try and help him out and get every field I can done while I can, and as much of his field done as I can. It's really not that bad, to be honest. He's done a great job of getting everything organized and ready. It's just, you know, the best laid plans, sometimes they go to ruin. You know, it is what it is. There's not much anybody can do about it. So, yeah, we just take it one day at a time. That's what us farmers do. We don't get too excited, and we just take one thing at a time. You know, farming is one of those things that some days are absolutely the best day ever. And the next day could be, well, frankly, the worst day ever. You just don't know. So I just don't get too excited about it. and I kind of let things work the way they're going to, you know. See if we can get turned here and get a good run on this for him. I've been doing my very level best to make sure that we get right up against everything and give him a nice clean run. I think that ought to do it. You know, nice clean corners, good coverage. Yeah, with everything he's had going on, just like us, he needs all the money he can get, and it's not fair to him if we don't provide our best service to him, you know. He's our friend, he's a colleague. Yeah, we do what we can for each other. That's the way it should be. Boy, this little creek area he's got is something else, everybody. I can see why he said, let me have the big fields, because, yeah, we're getting over here where we're kind of scraping the trees pretty good. And, yeah, it's kind of tight quartered down in here. That's, it's not enjoyable, that's for sure. Not enjoyable. But we got to keep moving. We got to keep all of his fields and everything ready to go. You know, I want to make sure he's got everything he needs. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just keep on planting with him, and I'll see you guys here in just a little bit. Well, everybody, Fred got his planter fixed, and we went ahead and finished up his home place for him, and he should be down here working on his little patch here in the corner. We're just on our way home. We've finished everything up. So, oh, yep, there he is. He's getting right on to it again. Hey, Mr. Fred, got your CB on?
Yes, sir.
Oh, glad you got your hydraulic line fixed. I'm glad we could get everything situated for you. I figured I'd holler at you as I went by, and we will see you tomorrow to work on our ground. Well, my ground.
Sounds like a plan. I do appreciate that. That hydraulic line was a little bit more of a turd for say to replace than expected, so I'm sorry that I left you hanging up there as long as I did.
Not a problem. Hey, I made short work of that ground, so you are good to go, my friend.
Yeah, you sure did make short work of it, that's for sure.
Yeah, it sure didn't take much. I never did have to refill my seed, but I did have to refill fertilizer one time.
Huh. Well, that thing's got a heck of a capacity to it then.
Yes, it does. Quite the capacity. But anyway, I just figured I'd holler at you as I went by, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Alrighty, sounds like a plan, sir.
Alrighty, well, don't blow any more lines.
I'm gonna try not to, I promise.
Alrighty. Alright, everybody. Well, gave him a little flack that he needed today, and we're going to go ahead and get ourselves back home, get everything rounded up. We'll go ahead and fill this back up, and we'll be ready for tomorrow when we start working on our home property. I don't think it'll take too terribly long to get our fields done, because Fred's going to bring his planter up, and yeah, we're going to go at it. We're going to get stuff done. Or at least as best we can. Yeah, I have a little bit more land than he does, so it's going to take us a little bit longer. But, you know, all in all, good things coming, looks like. So, thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you had a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.